off to a fast start, and it has to be Jordan Love as the catalyst for them to get off to that fast start. If you, as Jordan Love, are the quarterback and you are the leader and you are the guy that is not only going to be in MVP conversations, but in Super Bowl conversations, with Micah Parsons, the best player on this football team, not being available for that defensive unit, it is up to you to get this team off to a fast start.
We are on Sports Tonight here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2. We are presented by Progressive Insurance. Along with Courtney Cronin, David Dennis Jr., Evan Cohen with you today. CC and Smalls. Back soon. I say back soon because I don't know when Smalls is back, to be honest with you. CC back tomorrow. Smalls could be back today. She's a game time decision for the rest of the show. We'll find out soon. She's going to like, or maybe not like, depending on how this goes, this conversation about her team. You heard her there talking about the Green Bay Packers. And Micah Parsons, star linebacker, arguably the best or second best player in the NFL on the defensive side of the ball, met with the media yesterday and said that people should be worried about how he'll be when he gets back.
When you come out of these situations, you're either going to be better or you're worse. And for me, I've done everything I possibly can to be better. So, I think people are worried about, if I come back, I just feel like people should just be worried about, how I'm going to be when I come back. That's kind of like my mentality, and how I feel and how I'm going to approach when I'm back is like, people are worried about the knee. They should be worried about how I'm going to play when I get back. The anger, the frustration, the things that I'm about to let out because, how long it's been since I played.
What's interesting about this? He reminded me, as a sports fan, wait, I probably should be worried about how he plays when he gets back because he's coming off an injury. At no point did I worry about him not being great because he's just great at football. Now I'm thinking about, do I have to think about him differently? I didn't before that, which is dumb me. And there seems to be, Courtney, conversation now that week 6 against the Cowboys, his former team, is realistic.
So the Packers have a pretty hard and fast rule that it's 9 months, no matter what, after an ACL tear. So he had this happen in December of last year. So 9 months after surgery would be around like late September. So that's potentially before the Packers visit Tampa Bay for Sunday Night Football. I believe that's week 4. They could activate him at that time. Remember, they've got to activate him, let him acclimate to practice before he's ready to play. If it's week 6, if it's week 7, whatever. I don't think that anybody thinks Micah Parsons won't be the same explosive, great player that he once was, the player that he was when they traded for him and the player that he was up until the time of his injury. It's simply the fact that this was not a clean tear. It wasn't just his ACL. It was his meniscus. There was more in the knee, not to get too technical, but there was more in the knee to be concerned about. But Micah Parsons coming back has always felt like an inevitability, Evan. It's just a matter of when.
I've been glued to the NFL for years, and Micah Parsons is undoubtedly one of the most electrifying players to hit the field. His dominance is a thrill to watch, and his passion for the game is contagious. As a die-hard sports fan, I live for players who are not only ridiculously talented but also fueled by an insatiable drive to be the best. And Micah Parsons is the epitome of that. When news of his injury broke, I was gutted. I knew the Green Bay Packers would feel the sting of his absence, and boy, was I right. The team struggled to find its rhythm without him, and it was painfully clear that he was the missing link they desperately needed to succeed. But now, with his recovery underway, I'm on the edge of my seat, eager to see what the future holds for him and the Packers. Chris Canty nailed it when he called Micah Parsons the ultimate X factor. This guy is a game-changer, capable of flipping the script with a single play. His presence on the field is a palpable force that everyone can feel. That's what makes him so mesmerizing to watch. You never know what he's going to do next, and that unpredictability is what makes him a treasure for the Packers. I love how Micah Parsons is tackling his comeback. He's been putting in the hard yards to rehab his injury, and his motivation to return stronger than ever is unmistakable. When he warned that people should be worried about what he's going to bring when he gets back, I couldn't help but feel a surge of excitement. That's what sets him apart as a player. He's always pushing himself to new heights. As a fan, it's exhilarating to see players who are so devoted to their craft. Micah Parsons' love for football is genuine, and he's willing to go the extra mile to succeed. That's what's going to make his return to the field so unforgettable. He's not just going to show up, he's going to dominate. I've been pondering the Packers' chances this season, and with Micah Parsons back in the mix, I think they've got a real shot at making a deep playoff run. He's the kind of player who can elevate the entire team, and his presence is going to be a game changer. That's what makes the NFL so thrilling: the unpredictability, the excitement, and the drama. Every week is a new story waiting to unfold. As the season kicks off, I'll be keeping a close eye on Micah Parsons and the Packers. I think they've got the potential to be one of the top teams in the league, and I'm eager to see how they perform. The NFL is a league that's full of surprises, and you never know what's going to happen next. That's what makes it so addictive. I've been watching football for years, and I've seen my fair share of incredible players. But there's something special about Micah Parsons. He's got a spark, an energy that's infectious, and he's the kind of player who can inspire his teammates to greatness. That's what's going to make his return to the field so special. He's not just going to come back and play, he's going to come back and lead. Looking back on the past few seasons, it's clear that the Packers have been missing a crucial piece. They've had some great players, but they haven't had that one player who can transform the entire team. And I think that's what Micah Parsons brings to the table. He's a player who can make a difference, who can change the game with one play. That's what makes the NFL so captivating: the possibility of greatness, the possibility of witnessing something truly special. I'm not sure what the future holds for Micah Parsons and the Packers, but one thing's for sure: I'm excited to see what happens next. They've got the potential to be one of the top teams in the league, and I'm eager to see how they perform. The NFL is a league that's full of excitement, unpredictability, and drama, and Micah Parsons is one of the players who embodies all of those qualities. As I watch Micah Parsons and the Packers, I'm reminded of why I love the NFL so much. It's a league that's full of passion, energy, and excitement. And Micah Parsons is one of the players who personifies all of those qualities. He's a player who loves the game, who is dedicated to his craft, and who is always looking for ways to improve. That's what makes him so special. He's a true leader, a true champion. The possibility of greatness is what makes the NFL so thrilling, and Micah Parsons is one of the players who has the potential to be truly great. He's a player who can change the game with one play, who can elevate the entire team. And that's what's going to make his return to the field so unforgettable. He's not just going to come back and play, he's going to come back and dominate. As the season gets underway, I'll be keeping a close eye on Micah Parsons and the Packers. I think they've got the potential to be one of the top teams in the league, and I'm excited to see how they perform. The NFL is a league that's full of surprises, and you never know what's going to happen next. I'm excited to see what the future holds for Micah Parsons and the Packers, and I think they've got the potential to be truly special.